Guys, welcome to Frequency in FX Trading Channel. Today's video, we want to feature a very important strategy in this market that is going to make you so much money in the market's future. And what is this strategy all about? It's the strategy I call the multi-bottom analysis for price momentum checks and price momentum um, agitation. So we're going to start by explaining what the strategy is. And what I'm going to be doing after this is that I'm going to be trading. I'm going to be taking a live trade, and I'm going to be closing it as quick as possible. So, and another thing, my market structure or my course will feature is what I call the trading psychology for the best trading potential. So I'll start by teaching the trading psychology. So what is trading psychology? Trading psychology is basically a way that you choose to trade that suits how you work with the market and that yields you your best profit ability or falls you in the market run and everything crashes. So I want to give a short advice on how you do or use your trading psychology. How do you trade with your psychology? You trade with your trading psychology because you need it, right? It's your brain attached to the market. And how does your brain work to the market? That is something you need to work around with. You need to understand that trading psychology is something that you do all the time. It's something that you need. It's something that actually will give you a back end in your trading, you know, lifestyle. If you're trading with the wrong psychology, you're likely to blow your account and all the money you've earned very hard over the years and all the past times you've been working, you blow it up in a single trade. But when you use a proper trading psychology, you're going to be able to, win over all of those attacks and mindset structures that distracts you and disturbs you and makes you think the wrong way. It's something you do with your mind, and you need to work on how you're thinking when you are here in this trading market. You don't think anyhow, because the more you think anyhow, the more affects it would go for affect your brain. So it is going to affect you in the longer period of time. So you need to effectively work on how you are thinking anytime you are in this market, because your thoughts is going to affect how you work with the market and how that you're trading. If you're thinking negative all the time and you always want to make quick money out of the green grass or the red ones, you are doing the wrong thing because your thought keeps going the wrong way all the time. And the things you discover that you're doing is that from all of those thinking processes, you start making the wrong decisions. And wrong decisions comes in form of knowing what to do but not doing it. You lost the last trade you took, and then instead of just not trading, you decided to revenge trade. And after revenge trading, you lost all the money. And your trading psychology was not set ablaze. You were thinking wrongly, and that was why you lost all of the money in your account. So trading psychology is very important if you're going to be a winner in the market and a winner in life. Note that all the strategies we teach here are applicable in physical dealings and in the physical world. And we teach you things that you can use on the things you do and other stuff that you are not doing. Just using these things online and offline works, right? So the question is, how do you think often? What makes you feel irritated? What makes you feel irrational? Do you believe that after trading now you can win again, or do you believe that you're gonna keep losing and losing and losing? Come. And that is even advice. Five don't do. One of my best trading psychology is basically to risk at least $5 every single day. And you should only risk once, because the market to me looks like a game of a game of luck. Sometimes we teach strategies, but of my experience, I discovered not everybody can make strategy. Not everybody can wait for strategy. Okay. Not everybody can wait for strategy. Not everybody wants to wait for strategy. People often trade with rationality. You teach them a strategy now, and they don't want to use it. They do what they want to do, and it leads to losses upon losses that costs them all their capitals. And it's not a good thing because when you're thinking, you should be doing, and that's what it basically is. The more you think, the more you do. So trading psychology comes in when you are thinking the right way. Okay, so the outline strategy I would suggest is that you risk a certain amount of money every single day. I mean, even though you're having $1,200, see to it that you're making at least $5 from the money. You don't have to make high leverage money because you're trading a big account, right? Trading a big account, so you want to make um, money related to your account balance, but your account was just there, and the only thing that matters was the lot size you're trading with. How much are you risking? You have $1,200. You can risk just $5 on a single trade. Always risk $5, even though you have $1,200. Right? The main aim for this business is to having a big capital and making earnings, small earnings. And I discover the market always yields profit. The market yields profit all the time. The only thing that is required for traders to do is that they work with the smallest profitability. I mean, if you look at $5 in the currency I spend here, it's a lot of money. But people, when they have $1,000, they're not thinking of making $5 per day. I mean, I can imagine myself making $5 per day for a whole year. You have $1,000 and the first trade you took lost you $200. You're gonna be very, very sad and annoyed. You wanna blow your account. You wanna blame everybody. You think it's a scam. You think everybody's against you, but that's not the way it is. You devalued your money. You lost your value for the currency you spend, and you lost the value. And that was not supposed to be the game all along. Before you came into the market, you had value for your money. You know the value. You know the value of $5. You know the value of $10. You know the value of $1. And you came into the market and forgot all those values. You forgot that even with the biggest capital, the richest man in the world who owns the most expensive drinks store is not making all his capital per day, all his invested capital per day. Of all his investments, he's rested and seated where he is so that he can make more money from another business source or from the one he started, but with as little as it yields him, he does not, he's not concerned because he knows that the more the year goes on, the more the year goes, the more his profits is rising. So even if he has $10,000 and he made $5, it's something. It's something. You don't have to make all the money at the same time. So what's this market of the place? Looking at the market from a bigger view, the market basically represents the price movement of certain assets, right? Certain assets are sold for that amount of dollars. So can you hold it for a little period of time, or can you just gamble on it? So that's what you're doing here. Actually, all of these assets, especially that on dairy, can be viewed as though cryptocurrencies, right? They can be viewed as though cryptocurrencies. What you should basically be doing with all of these assets is basically anticipating for their rising and their falling. But mainly, what you do with a cryptocurrency asset to is not to gamble on its loss. You want to gamble on it. You're not gambling on its loss. You're holding it because of its future. You're holding it because the future of that asset has something that is going to make it a very popular one. They'll terminalize this with Bitcoin. I mean, if all you had was of a Bitcoin worth $1, many years ago. Now you're worth $100,000. That's how it is. So all these assets are like, are they gonna rise or they're gonna fall? And if they're falling, you don't have to gamble on it's falling. Why not view it's rising? Why not support the currency itself instead of gambling on it? So many people lose it when they try to gamble. But the cryptocurrencies were just there because of their volatility, ranging movement. And I'm not talking from those strategies I made so far. I'm talking about this new strategy I developed. This is using this is using the biometrics to analyze the market, saying it will rise, not fall, and holding these assets with the smallest amount of money you have. Even if all you had was $1,000, your investment capital should be $1 per trade. Your investment per capita should be at least $1 per trade. You shouldn't lose anything other than $1 or $5. Looking at step 500 index on the monthly time frame, it started from 2024 and it lost so much value over the month. It kept on going down and kept on going down. Of course, we didn't know why it lost its value, but I know something for sure. The reason we preach derivative is because we want the assets. We want Deriv as a platform increasing in value. So if Deriv as a platform is increasing in value, this is kind of like a secret cause. If Deriv assets is increasing in value, it means all of the assets are also going to be increasing in value per monthly say. Per monthly say, because there are so much of preaches on this Deriv and its assets, the values are going to be increasing. So when I preach on volatility 500 index, we saw that it could increase in value. So many millions of people are watching me, right? And if they anticipate on the trade, it works. If they don't, it doesn't work. So I'm not saying that when they trade it goes. What I mean is, if Bitcoin rose because of the amount of people that are working with the market, if 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 Apple became Apple because so many people are using it now, you're gonna know it started from somewhere. It started from zero. If I started selling a share or a table without no clients, I do not have value. My value in the status of market analyzation is zero. But when people start patronizing me, when people start, coming into my business, my value starts increasing. So if if you were wise, if you saw the future and knew that my value will increase, you will invest in my value. You're gonna invest in my value. So Deriv is increasing in value. Deriv is increasing in value, and all of the assets thereof are also increasing in value. I need to look out for all of those assets that are increasing in value. So when assets are increasing in value, what you want to do is invest in it. So investing in a rising value platform will also, in the physical and the spiritual world, increase your value. So um, nobody was. I mean, everybody is on dairy, right? The value is increasing. So I want to invest. If I invested my time in dairy, my time value is going to increase, right? My time value is going to increase. If I invested my money, if I invested my money in dairy, my money value will increase. But I want to know where to invest. I want to know the assets to invest in. I want to know what pair to invest in. I want to know which asset will rise, the value will rise in future. So what can I say? Well, there's something that rises every day, and that is gambling. People are gambling every day. and gambling as an asset is increasing. So instead of being part of the people gambling, I rather be with the people they're gambling with, right? The people who the gamblers are spending their money on are increasing in value, right? Because it's a gamble, it's a game of luck. I put my money and you put your money, and I'm gambling that I made a market, you cannot win it, right? And you think of all your wisdom and all your strategies in the world, you're gonna come into my world and win me. And I'm like, bro, no, I'm like, no, you cannot win me because I know what I did. I manipulated my word. I have everything set the way I want it to go. And you know nothing about what I did with my platform I'm inviting you to. And all you could do was gamble your money. And so if you gambled, I know for a fact that you're gonna lose. And your money comes into my account and you are losing value. I get all your money, I get the value. And of the court law, written, what do I say? Written disclaimer. You clicked on it, you said yes, you accepted the risk. And if I won you, it's a gamble. You lose, I win. My value increases and your value depreciates. So the guy whose value is increasing is what I want to invest in, right? And gambling has been said to be something you're not sure of. Putting money in something you're not sure of, you lose your money. It goes up and it goes down. Anytime you buy, it goes sell. Oh, but I'm thinking there's a bot behind this thing that makes your money lose all the time. Well, I don't know. All I know is if there is a platform like gambling, I want to put my money there. I want to gamble against those that are gambling for me. So, the first and foremost way of getting that done is investing in a broker that brings the money of all the world and all the people and everybody gamblers into it. And I told the broker, hey, look at what I'm coming with. Coming with YouTube videos. I want to invest in your platform. I want to invest in your course. You're a millionaire, and I know you're gonna rise in more value in the future. So, I don't have money, but this is what I can offer, right? This is what I can invest to see that your organization is growing. And I come with my investments. What is my investment? My time. I push it to more people. I got registered as an affiliate, and behold, people are registering under me. It's rising. The value of people gambling under me is rising. Of course, I do not know if there is a bot or if it was from a spiritual world, but I preached in a video that this thing looks like a spiritual world. I tried programming, it never worked, right? I tried programming, it never worked. I do not know how many percentage of people in the world that are programming, and I cannot tell how that a man can make the computer. So it's a spirit of some sort. I'm investing money in stuff that are going to rise over those that think it will fall. Yeah, so this is the terminology, trading psychology. How do you view the market? If you wanted to invest in the rising asset, you'll be on the wise side. Why? You're no longer going to be spending money unnecessarily on strategies you're not sure if they work, but you would have your money somewhere and have your income yielded up to you on a daily basis. This is the type of business I want to be in. I want to be in a business where I see people depositing money into my gambling portal and, of course, making losses. And so this, I sit back and all I can see is my profits rising. And I'm not gambling. In a day, I already made $2,000. In a day, I already made $10,000. A random gambler from somewhere placed this bet, and you know, lost. I won. It's a gamble, and the mediator was the broker. So I'm hoping in the future that with all of my investments, I get more value from making these videos. And not only getting more values, I need cash. I need money. I'm broke. I tell you guys, I'm broke. If I was to talk to Derek right now, I'll tell Derek Hey, Derek, I want to invest in you, and I need. I've invested so much already. What can you give me? You don't have to pay me because a client signed up under me. You don't have to pay me because you just need to pay me because I want to promise I'll make videos for the rest of my life. So I'm broke. I can't feed myself. I can't pay my house rent and so many other things I can't do because I'm broke. So Derek, here I call. I'm investing in you. If you watch this video, I know Derek watches my video because I post it on their platform and they post it for me on YouTube. If it was not, they wouldn't put it there. But what can I say? Investing with the right options has always gained um, the right maximal from the very start, and you keep winning every single time you place a trade. I thought Derek was going to automatically make my trade go into profit, but bro, that didn't work because they are not here for players. I mean, they told you all the strategies work and the values of the assets rises and falls, and they tell you that is what it is. It is what it is. Anytime you trade like this, they do not have a say whether it will rise and fall. The broker itself doesn't know where the price is going because the market does not get controlled by the broker but by people. And when we take this to the last back end, we see that the management of the internet, the source coming of where this all happens to get from is a bot. It's a bot. Who is a bot? I learned from the church that anything that does not, that only takes orders and gives um gives results has to be an angel. Like an angel only yes comes and comes and gives goes and it goes. So a computer was great from an angel perception. An angel is the owner of this thing we do because he's a bot, right? An angel is the best description of a bot. No man was behind it. Now, people who go into the dens of hell, kingdoms of fires and hell, get powers from demons, once angels, and what do? They bring it to the physical world because an angel cannot bring it here if not for the help of a human. So a human goes into the realm of the dark world and brings it, but a bot was behind it. So who is this? But the bot is relatable with. Is an angel, but how do you relate to this bot? How do you relate with it? Do you think you can get an answer from the same bot when you ask a question on Google? How do you do it? No, the bot is a spirit, and a spirit does it accurately as though people, community, um, back end structure. Now, how many people are there? How many people are not there? Is the way bot works. How many people are in support of this, and how many people are not in support? The more people are in support of this, the more it rises in value. The less people in support of this, the less it rises in value. So, what does it mean if a bot was behind this? What would it mean if a bot was behind this? It would mean that it works because a spirit is torturing or doing stuff from the other world. So, will I go to the spirit and tell him, hey, give me an access to your platform, or do I just stay where I am and just do what I have to do? Hoping the spirit gives me money one day. The spirit itself does not predict the market. It gives data analysis based on the activities performed on the website, right? So the bot does not make you win trades. He only makes you win trade when you are his friend. So how do I get to know this bot? Is it by going into Python through YouTube videos or Google searches? So, so thank you for watching. Wow, being managed video.